Hello folks, so this is 2024 May June paper 2-3 and the question number is 2. It is concerned with the paper 2 and the chapter is kinematics plus some flavor of the chapter work, power and energy. The first question says define displacement, so it is simply shortest distance between 2 points, or I can say distance of a point from another point taken along a straight line. So it's simple, so we didn't go through that in detail. Now let's go to the main problem. So it says an object is projected horizontally at a speed of 6.0 meter per second from a slope. So 6.0 meter per second from a slope horizontally, you can see here as shown in figure 2.1. The slope is at an angle theta to the horizontal. It shows the angle theta here, and I can also say that this angle also is theta. A resistance is negligible, so we have to neglect that. The object lands on the slope at a time of 0.71 second later. So I can say t is equal to 0.71 seconds. This is our velocity, initial velocity, so I can say it as u equal to. And later stops without rolling or bouncing, so it stops somewhere here. We have to determine the horizontal distance traveled by the object. So let us say if the object lands here, we have to find the horizontal distance. So it means from here I have to find till this here. So this is vertical. So from here to here it is a horizontal, and from here to here it is vertical. So I have to find the horizontal distance. So this horizontal distance will be equal to, I can say it as simply x. X should be equal to horizontal velocity into t. The horizontal distance should be equal to horizontal velocity into t. So since in a projectile motion, this is simply projectile, the horizontal velocity doesn't change, so it remains u. At this point also, the horizontal velocity remains u, and time is given there. So it's equal to u is 6.0 into time is 0.71. So when I multiply it, it will give me 6.0 into 0.71 equal to, so it will be 4.26. It gave me 4.26 meters. So if I need 2 SF, I can do it as 4.3 meters. So it is 4.3 meters. Then determine the vertical distance traveled by the object. So I have to find this thing, vertical distance. So let me say it is as SV. Let me say SV. SV is the vertical distance. Now our SV should be equal to u vertical into t plus 1 by 2 a vertical into t square. So I have simply changed our equation of motion for vertical motion. That's equal to, the initial vertical velocity here is 0 because it is traveling fully horizontal. So that's why it should be equal to 0 into 0.71 plus 1 by 2. The vertical acceleration should be equal to the acceleration due to gravity g, because it is because of the vertical force which is gravity. So it should be equal to 9.81 into t square is 0.71 square. So it should be equal to, so I should have this first factor is 0 itself, so it should be 0.5 into 9.81 into 0.71 squared equal to, so it gives me long term 2.4726. So I'll simply write here 2.5. So it should be equal to 2.5 meters. 5 meters. Now the next page shows, use your answers in B1 and B2 to calculate theta. So it tells us to use these two values to find the value of the overall displacement. So let's do that. And the overall displacement, theta actually theta. So it says that we have to calculate this theta by the use of this value and this value. And as we can see, if I use tan theta here, perpendicular by base. So it should be equal to The perpendicular is equal to the vertical displacement, and this thing should be equal to the horizontal displacement. So our theta will be given by, so theta is equal to tan of inverse the distance of vertical distance sv by this x, sv by this x. So first let me write the formula. Sv by x is equal to tan inverse sv is equal to, we got it as 2.4726. It is 2.4726 divided our x is 4.26, so it is 4.26. so it should give us, so when I do this 4.26 equal to, so shift to tan inverse also equal to, yes, it is 30.13 degree, nearly equal to 30 degrees. So the angle is 30 degrees. Now, as I mistakenly mentioned the displacement a few moments back, so here we have to find the displacement. So the displacement should be equal to, this is the total displacement, this is the total displacement. So it should be equal to, from Pythagoras theorem, it should be this square plus this square equal to this square, or this is equal to root of the sum of this square and this square. So I must have the displacement is equal to total displacement is equal to, inside the root I must have sv square plus x square. So it should be equal to, our sv is this much, which is 2.4726 squared, plus x is this much, 4.26 squared, which is root. Now this gives us 2.4726 squared plus 4.26 squared equal to, and its root is equal to, so 4.9 and something, so 4.92558. so if I round it off, it will be, and 2 will be equal to 4.9 meters. So it is 4.9 meters. Now the last one. By considering energy, calculate the speed of the object just before it lands. So I have to find the speed of the object here, in whatever way it comes, I have to find the speed here. So now what happens here is, from here to here, the potential energy decreases. From here to here, the potential energy decreases because its height decreases. And this should result in increase of KE. This should result in the increase of KE. So according to the principle of conservation of energy, I should have delta kinetic energy should be equal to delta in potential energy. And this gives me the kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial should be equal to mg into delta h. This gives me, so it is 1 by 2 m v square, the final velocity, minus 1 by 2 m u square, initial velocity, should be equal to mg into delta h is the vertical displacement. It is simply sv. So here we have this m cancelled. So when I do this, I should have this half and half goes here. It should be v square minus u square equal to 2g sv, and v square equal to u square plus 2g sv, and v is equal to, inside the root, it is u square plus 2g sv. So or now v is equal to, u square is our u is 6.0, so it is, inside the root I must have 6.0 squared plus 2 into 9.81 into SV is the vertical displacement is, we found it here, which was 2.4726. So if I do the calculations, it will give me it will give me 2 into 9.81 into 2.4726 equal to plus 6 squared is 36 equal to this whole root. V square comes to be 84 point something, and its root will be equal to 9.19 something, 9.193 meter per second. So if I use 2SF, it is 9.2 meter per second. So this is the complete solution to the question.